The late-night landscape, a glittering arena where monologues morph into cultural touchstones and celebrity confessions linger long after the credits roll, is about to host one of its most anticipated reunions. Taylor Swift, the 35-year-old architect of pop's emotional empire, is slated for a solo takeover of Late Night with Seth Meyers, an entire episode dubbed Taykover, airing on Wednesday, October 8th. This isn't a fleeting musical performance or a quick-fire Q&A. It's a deep-dive sit-down, a conversational odyssey designed to unpack the layers of her forthcoming album, The Life of a Showgirl. In an era where Swift's every move is dissected like a literary text, this full-episode devotion feels like a coronation, blending nostalgia with the electric promise of what's next. Host Seth Meyers, the 51-year-old SNL alum whose deadpan wit has anchored the show since 2014, broke the news with characteristic playfulness on social media. In a video that riffed on Swift's vast catalog, Meyers appeared in an orange cardigan straight from her merch arsenal, the very one immortalized in All Too Well, sipping from a light blue mug emblazoned with Taykover October 8, 25. As the opening bars of Ready for It swelled, he quipped, "Oh hey, what's up?" before setting the mug down to reveal its cheeky inscription. The caption, "Sipping coffee like you're on a late-night show," nodded to the 10-minute version of her magnum opus, layering irony atop affection. It's Meyers at his best, self-aware, fanboyish without excess, priming the pump for a night that promises to be as much celebration as interrogation. This appearance marks a homecoming of sorts. Swift first graced Late Night in 2014, fresh off the 1989 wave, chatting about her pop pivot with the wide-eyed enthusiasm of someone still proving her versatility. She returned in 2021, post-folklore's folkloric triumph, trading stories of pandemic creativity with Meyers in a segment that felt like two old friends catching up. Now, with The Life of a Showgirl mere days from release, the stakes are higher, the intimacy deeper. The episode, airing at 12:35 a.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time on NBC and streaming the next day on Peacock, will eschew the usual band performances or comedy sketches for unadulterated dialogue, a rarity that underscores Swift's gravitational pull. The timing is impeccable, slotting in just 5 days after the album's midnight drop on October 3rd. Swift, ever the strategist, has orchestrated a promotional blitz that's less scattershot and more symphony. On release day, fans can snag an exclusive The Crowd Is Your King vinyl at Target, pressed on summertime spritz pink shimmer, for that tactile allure collectors crave. By 3 p.m. Eastern Time, theaters worldwide will host the official release party of A Showgirl, a multimedia extravaganza blending the Fate of Ophelia video premiere with behind-the-scenes vignettes. Cut-by-cut explanations of the music's inspirations will demystify her process, while lyric videos flicker like hidden chapters. It's Swift inviting her audience backstage, not as spectators but co-conspirators, urging them to brush off that era's tour outfit or orange cardigan, and embrace the revelry. Dancing, she insists, is optional but very much encouraged. The weekend extends the party, with screenings lingering through October 5th, and a cryptic standby slot on the 4th hinting at unannounced surprises. Sunday 7 p.m. Eastern Time YouTube premiere will unleash The Fate of Ophelia, in full glory, flanked by lyric videos that unpack the album's poetic heart. Monday's Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon caps the week, another late-night pillar where Swift's warmth has shone before. Sandwiched amid this is her October 3rd slot on The Graham Norton Show, airing at 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time, a transatlantic jaunt that showcases her global reach. It's a schedule that recalls the era's tour's marathon energy, relentless, immersive, and utterly Swiftian. The Life of a Showgirl itself is a thematic tour de force, as Swift revealed on the Kelce brothers' New Heights podcast in August. Dropping amid football season's fervor, her chat with Travis, her tight end-turned-life partner, and Jason wove personal revelation with promotional savvy. The album, she confided, channels the energetically chaotic pulse of her recent years, zeroing in on the inner life tumult during the era's tour. That 3-year odyssey, a billion-dollar behemoth spanning 149 shows and countless costume changes, was a public spectacle of joy. But privately? It was a cauldron of exhaustion, elation, and existential query. This album is about what was going on behind the scenes, which was so exuberant and electric and vibrant, she said, her words laced with the duality of stage lights and shadowed dressing rooms. The Fortnite hitmaker elaborated on glamorizing the tour's end-of-the-night come-down, the makeup-smeared vulnerability when the crowd's roar fades to echo. This confessional thread ties back to Swift's oeuvre, albums as autobiographies in code. From Speak Now's self-penned juvenilia to Reputation's armored defiance, she's chronicled growth through verse. The life of a showgirl promises to elevate this, perhaps with burlesque flourishes or cabaret confessions, mirroring the showgirl moniker. Early singles hint at opulent melancholy, the fate of Ophelia, evoking drowned muses and sequin tragedy. Collaborations, a Swift staple, could feature surprise guests. Past partners like Post Malone or Lana Del Rey have added alchemical sparks. Meyers' role in unpacking this is key. His interviews favor substance over sound bites, probing with humor that disarms. Expect queries on the tour's psychic toll, the alchemy of turning fatigue into folklore, or how Travis's grounded world tempers her whirlwind. Swift's promotional playbook, vault tracks, fan Easter eggs, surprise drops, has made her a marketing savant, but late night offers unfiltered access. It's where she'll likely riff on Ophelia's fate, dissect a lyric's origin, or share a tour anecdote that humanizes the icon. In broader strokes, this episode spotlights Swift's late-night legacy. She's a genre unto herself here, from carpool karaoke's viral glee to Colbert's tearful tributes. Yet, Taykover innovates, a full-hour canvas for her narrative command. As release week unfolds, vinyl hunts, theater dances, YouTube vigils, fans brace for the emotional deluge. Swift doesn't release music, she unleashes worlds. The life of a showgirl buoyed by this RIA-era glow, arrives as her most meta yet, a love letter to performance's peril and pleasure. For Meyers it's a coup, elevating his desk to Swift's confessional. For viewers it's primetime therapy with a side of sparkle. In the wee hours of October 8th, as cardigans and coffee mugs align, Taylor Swift will remind us why she's the showgirl supreme, not just surviving the spotlight but scripting its sequels.